Hello everyone, Agent Bravo 7 is here, and welcome back to ADAC, Alaska. Who's joined us? Captain Obvious, Ken Pryor, Kenny Monster, the man from Texas, Ken Pryor, yeah, of course, Rusty, and Blue Fox 43. Everyone, welcome aboard, guys. Blue Fox, say hi to Mr. Black Fox. Yeah, so today we are continuing our our winter tour, should I say more correctly? And we are going from ADAC, United States, well, Alaska obviously, to Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky, Kamchatsky Krai, Russia. This is one of the most interesting locations in Russia, or maybe in the world. It's on this quite desolate peninsula, the Kamchatka Peninsula. That's a beautiful place, a lot of volcanoes, a lot of mountains, and a very interesting place in terms of flying, with pretty dangerous and complex approaches. Some of you might remember it from our flight from in JAR Design 330, and while we were more concentrated on the airplane problems, so didn't have much to enjoy. Now we're coming in a 727, so we'll definitely have even less time to enjoy the views, but hopefully it hopefully we still will. Anyway, our flight route is gonna be, as you can see, we will have this little detour. This is to avoid all the oceanic clearance and other kinds of navigational mess we don't need today. The first part is gonna be from NDB, from ADAC NDB to Shemya Vortek. Hopefully we will have some actual reception. Oops, Vortek details, 109 megahertz. Not a bad place. I just bought the Just Flight Beechcraft Duchess 76 and I have not been disappointed. Well, if that plane only had enough power for its size and weight. Yeah, because I heard some, well, not very pleasant things about Duchesses from pilots who tried it in real life. But yeah, I heard the model is actually absolutely amazing. Well, like most of the Just Flight models. Anyway, this is gonna be our route. The first part is gonna be from... Actually, let's use the Canada sectionals because they are better in terms of showing the... What we have to see. Wait, 475 Mach 082. Wait, what am I doing? Speed, altitude, flight level 320 and Mach 082. As you can see, it's gonna be just over 2 hours of flying, well, not counting the pre-flight and everything else. Also, of course, from PADK we're going on the Airway Jet 115 to Shemya Vortak. Then it's gonna be a fully RNAV flight to Cox, which is or Caucus. I'm not sure how you pronounce it correctly, but this is the entry waypoint for the Kamchatka airspace, and then we will be on the Russian airway system. We will begin on Bravo 242, then we'll proceed on Mike 152, and then we'll join Tango 577 to P route, and P route is going to be our actual arrival. From P route we will be joining P route 5 Bravo. That's an NDB arrival with DMEs. Is led by Port Arthur. I don't think so. Stand by. Port Arthur, I hope you don't mean Port Arthur, Texas, because, well, that's quite far. That's quite far from that. If you mean something else, please elaborate, because I'm not sure. I don't know at least about any Port Arthurs in the vicinity. Well, in the immediate vicinity at least. So, Port Arthur was the site of Russian-Japanese 19-0. Okay, that rings a bell. Hold on. Port Arthur. No, I don't think it's known anywhere near. I think it's close to Korea. Port Arthur. Matter of Port Arthur. No, that's actually not even close. That's not even close. Okay, the location of Battle by Port Arthur is as you can see, it's past the Korean Peninsula. It's all the way west from where we are, and we are gonna be landing here, so that's quite a way. Anyway, Aerobat 150, welcome aboard. This is the scenery from the org, from Explain.org. It's a pretty old one, made in 2015 if I remember correctly, but it's, as you can see, it's still pretty good and perfectly compatible with the Explain 11, and the winter textures are from Sam Seasons Deep Winter, so this is a part of it. Anyway, let's get back, let's get in the plane and let's see. Adjust the subwoofer under the table. So let's begin our pre-flight. As you can see, we already have our air stairs down. Let's connect the, check what's up with that. Engine 2. Planning on do the engine's maintenance in Japan, so we'll just go easy on the engines today. Adjust this. connect the GPU card, connect the air card. Oh, by the way, I actually not gonna get so crazy with the things and miss things because I now have the paper checklist. So, yeah, a little improvement. A little improvement and closer to the time when those planes were actually used. Let's connect to VATSIM now. Reach 487. 722. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's a freighter. And we're sporting the Delta colors. Okay, turn on the battery. Verify the emergency lights, everything's fine. Essential goes to standby. And let's connect external. Yeah, the power is on. We got the air card connected. I didn't know my explain for about last message and hold about that scenery. That's acting weird. I'm sorry, not sure I can help you, because you gotta be more familiar with the actual situation. Okay, all packs are open. Sorry, all bleeds are open. Let's actually close the bleeds too for the APU start when we'll be doing this. And open at least one pack. Hopefully it won't trip anything. Air mixture valve is going wild. But we have the ventilation. Cooling doors fully open. Cargo heat outflow gas preference open. Forward, left, main. Cabins are warming up. Let's open the second pack and he's going on bananas again. And we don't get the overheat lights. So I guess this is considered normal. Okay. Yeah, okay. I've discovered message. Yeah, most likely I haven't. I was getting ready for the flight. So sorry about that. I will check it out in cruise. Because we will definitely have some time in cruise. Okay, let's get ready to flying. Let's actually turn on the SIVA, because it's gonna be one of the main players today. These guys here and parking gate coordinates. Let's see if we have them here. Okay, looks like the only thing we have for coordinates is the actual airport, so that's what we'll have to enter. Status is fine. Position North 51. 53.0. And west 176. 176. 38.5. Wrong button. 176. 38.5. Kempara, time for dinner, back soon. Kempara, bon appetit. 2638.5. We got the coordinates and let's begin the alignment process. The parking brake is set. Open the status page here and while we're getting nice and warm, okay, it's actually starting to do better things. Oh, I see what's going on. I see what's going on. Since we have the doors open, the outside temperature, the cold air coming in from behind, so it keeps the temperature in the aft supply a little warmer. Okay, they seem to be stabilized now. Anyway, while Siva is aligning, let's enter the waypoints. 757 Spy, hi, welcome aboard, Dave. Getting ready for the flight. Okay, as always, I have a cheat sheet for the waypoints in Siva. This is gonna be Shemya, Cox, Deepna, Ibra, Slapak, Tucson, Obstul, and Pirut. As you can see, 8 waypoints, so let's see. Almost the whole range is used. I mean, I have even the paper checklist now, so yeah. Okay, Shema is gonna be north 52.43.1. Honestly, aviation is all about notes and cheat sheets. Flying sometimes feels secondary. 174. Yep, this is gonna be actually already after the 180th meridian on the east. 174.03.7. Then it's gonna be 24.03.7. Waypoint 2 is gonna be north 54.45.0. Beautiful. Then east. Yes, we are finally using Siva in the eastern hemisphere. One 06.2. Come on. Then it's gonna be Deepna. Waypoint 3. North 55 02.4 and east 167. I promise you I saw nothing. 167, 29.3. I promise you I saw nothing, Kinemonster. You can redo anytime. Okay, waypoint 4 is gonna be Ibras north before 06.8 and east 16. Wait, 164. 30.4. And it's gonna be Repack. North 53. Only 1.4 and east 162 and 9.0. It's going to be Tucson, waypoint Tucson, north 5317. Three 17. Battery test is performed. Battery test is fine. No red light. 53 17 and 3. And east 160 35.1. Then it's gonna be Osto north 53 16.1 and east 1 correction 160.09 0.6 160.09.6. And the last waypoint is Pi route or P route. Gonna be north 53 and 5.6 and east 159 599. This interesting coordinates. Kinemonster, if you don't mind me giving a suggestion, try to land it at first with speed like VRF plus 5, well, V approach plus 5, V approach plus 10. Try to land at high speed and try to figure out how it flares. Experiment with different approach speeds and whatnot. Okay, this can go to status page. Still lining. Everything is nice and warm. Let's make it a little cooler. actually wonder. Oh, and now they're synchronized. Okay, the airplane is nice and warm. Let's actually close the. Let's actually disconnect the air card. The pressure is dropped, everything is fine. And let's go ahead with our pre-flight. Stick shakers work fine, flight recorder works fine. Window heat's on. Overheat is fine. Compasses are slaved to the magnetic. Everything's fine here. Okay, microphone monitor works fine. Actually, let's raise it, and we have a new for new flight. Flight control warning test. Yeah, we'll test that later. Passenger signs are on. We actually have a full aircraft today. 134 passengers. Okay, anti-ice. Let's test this. And to test this too. Everything is in agreement. Wing anti-ice ground test. Valves are fine. And let's close the valves. Okay, anti-ice test is fine. What do we have now? The monitor works fine. Now cargo fire test. Works correctly. Yes, we'll definitely do it, Captain Obvious. Okay, emergency lights are armed. Probe heaters work fine. Water brakes to reject takeoff. This goes to 2200, actually 2000 for the international flight. Navigation and logo lights could be turned on, because why not? And what do we have next? Top with SEMA, almost ready. Sorry guys, a little crazy on the buttons. Engine and wheel well fire test is fine. Close. Okay, flight directors. This is going into heading mode, and we have an obstacle departure procedure on ADX we will be following. Okay, weather control correct. We're in visual conditions today. Clouds view at 3800, so won't be a problem. Optical departure procedure, runway 5. Let me runway 5, correct? Yes. Climb via 054 bearing from ADK and DBDME to 4400. Then climb in right turn to 5600. Direct ADK and DBDME. Continue climb. So let's see. Zero 54 and let's see. Yeah, 054 is the runway heading to 4400. It's gonna be I think there was something here. Okay, here's the ADK. Okay, continue climb in ADK and DBDME, holding pattern, hold northeast, right turns 234 inbound. So basically back course from for the runway. Cross ADK and DBDME at or above MA MCA for route of flight. All for climbing visual conditions. Cross ADK DME above 5600 before proceeding on course. The conditions are visual, so I think we will be following this. So minimum is 5600. Holy moly, this is 90+ mile flight. Enough time for the one Lord of the Rings movies. No, we're not watching this on stream. I'm sorry, Dave. Honestly, not a big fan. Anyway. So, for climbing visual conditions, I think to be completely safe, we will proceed with the optical departure procedure. So, climbing on the runway heading to 4400. And then cross ADK at 5600. So actually let's set 5600 because this is going to be our most likely recommended top. And here we go. What we of course completely forgot. Okay, CV is aligned. Let's go to the nav mode. Position display, and of course we forgot to load the plane. Give me a second, I'll open the load sheet. The plane is nice and warm, so the passengers could finally get on. Let's see. 134 passengers and 0 fuel weight is 135.9. Aft compartment is loaded first because, well, because this is a 7.2, which is unusual for planes with the, what is it called? Because which is unusual for the planes with a rear engine downwind sim. Hi, welcome aboard. No, definitely not to the Rhinefield, but somewhere similar to Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky in, well, far eastern Russia. Anyway, 135.9, 135.9 is the fuel weight. It's correct. And let's load the fuel. Block fuel 48.552. Or 8.6 looks reasonable. Actually, there's no shame in loading 49, because this is a long flight. Who knows where we'll have to divert. Okay, never mind. Okay, 48.9 seems to be the maximum. We'll burn off some while taxiing, but yeah, this is a lot of fuel. No kids in the back and I my seat on the flight. Well, you'll have to ask flight attendants for that. It is interesting. Cargo behind the wing on the plane, there were 3 heavy engines in the back. Yeah. Because, for example, Tupolev 154 is loaded in the front first, but I guess since we have all the passengers, so yeah. For Mises, yeah, right. Okay, passengers 134. 15 minutes till departure, so I think we can start the APU. APU bleeds are closed, and let's test the fire system. Test the slide, and APU is cranking. Okay, this thing is lined. Now let's enter our numbers. Flaps 15, stop trim 635, and set the bugs. It's quite a high EPR. It's quite a high EPR, and on V2 it's gonna be 159. Sorry guys, I'm all business when doing the pre-flight on this thing, so not really watching the chat that closely. Didn't realize things this bizarre here. A combo of moose and sheep. Oh my god. Yeah, and the Maggle and the first and the new board that was invented on that stream. Anyway, let's proceed. Let's pick up the weather. 1 to 2.0. And what's up with that? I don't have any sound there. What's going on, Active Sky? Options, audio options. And Active Sky doesn't recognize any audio device, so yeah. This is what we'll have to deal with. Yeah, it does that. Anyway, the winds are 75 at 10. No gusts. Temperature 0 and altimeter 952. That's quite a low pressure, honestly. It's trying to not explode. Okay, altimeters go to 952. Same here. And here we go. Altimeters are set. Now let's proceed with the navigational aids. ADEC is 530. Here it is, and 114.0 on the DME. One 14.0. And our next navigate is Shemya VATSIM, which is 109.0. And after that nothing really, so we'll see later. After that it's gonna be Siva. Yeah, no reception, that's fine. On departure is gonna be 054 if I remember correctly. Yes, 054. Set that on the heading. Please gas to VR and let me think. Yeah, let's keep it at 054 for now. And the course to Shemya is gonna be 095. Actually 272 on the VR, and outbound 095 on, let's see, and outbound 275 on the ADK ANDB. Okay, got everything set up here. The APU most likely ran for enough time now, so let's hit some hot air. Okay. Oh, this is cold. I mean, this is hot. Over 20 degrees Celsius. Left, let's forward. Let's cool it down a little bit. Okay, that seemed to be set up. That seemed to be set up. What else do we have here? Airspeed warning test is fine. Marker lights, let's keep them on. And test the lights. How many burned bulbs we'll have today? Don't forget the anti-ice. Melvin Leroy, I don't think we'll need anti-ice today, and welcome aboard. Okay, lights are fine, everything seems to be fine. These lights are all on. No indication problems. And lights test is fine here. GPWS test, the Captain Obvious favorite thing. Let it do its thing. And let's proceed to the flight engineers panel. Okay, the plane is loaded. Let's close the stairs. No doors open. Sorry guys, galley power is off for now. We're going to essential APU. And less than 162, and the APU could be connected. APU is on pass. External power could be disconnected now. Okay, the APU generator is fine. Oxygen system normal. Tip cut out. Cabin zone temp synchronized. Test the overheat detection. Now let's test the pumps. Aft. Check valves are fine. And forward pumps. Check valves are fine. The idea is that you turn them on and you see you verify that those are still orange, so the pressure is low and the fuel doesn't go the other way. Okay. Verify the crossfeed valves. This worked fine. Going back to the start configuration. Check the shut-off valves. These are fine. Check the fuel heaters. Hydraulic system Bravo will be pressurized. Okay. Where's this thing? Okay. Doing this. Ground, be advised, the hydraulics is pressurized. And do the check. Quantities are fine. Oil quantities are fine. Okay. No lights here. Interconnect closed. Now let's set up the pressurization system. Landing altitude, landing altitude. 128. It's gonna be 130. Flight altitude is almost always, it's gonna be flight level 320, and for flight level 320 we'll have 4.4 on the alternate. Okay, indicators are checked. And the manual valve is fine. Back into automatic. Temperatures are fine as always. Cabins are now in the fine temperature conditions. All blades open, AC packs on, falling doors fully open, those are on. Okay, let's get ready to start the engines. One per engine, and this one tank per engine. Okay, we finally got to the checklist. So before start checklist, cockpit preparation procedures complete. Anti-skid on. Store warning checked. Emergency exit lights armed. Passenger signs on. Window heats on. Anti-ice closed. Yep, closed. Flight instruments set and cross-checked. Altimeters set and cross-checked. Flight directors set and cross-checked. Compasses 24 set and cross-checked. This could be lifted. Radios, radars, transponders set and standby. Okay, let's say transponder 2200. Direction 2000. Start levers cut off. Parking brake set. Rudder and aileron train 3 and 0. Fuel 48.8 and sorry, 48.9 and set for start. Hydraulics interconnect closed, pressures and quantities normal, and papers on board. Before start checklist to the line. Okay, no pushing back today, so we can just go ahead and begin the start. Okay, let's not. Okay, ground, be advised, starting engines. Okay. Beacon is on. Galley power is off. Oh my goodness. Bags are off. Okay, now it's fine. Packs are closed, temperature is rising, and engine set. Cleared for start checklist. Beacon is on. Beacon is on. Galley power is off. Packs off. Pressure over 20. Before start checklist complete. Okay, engine start order 1, 2, 3 as always. Ground open, engine start valve open. And we got this spool up. We got 20. Introduce the fuel. So with the question, is the plural of moose? Kinemaster, I think it was mooses or mees. Then I found in the dictionary that it's moose, but no, not that we even cared. Okay, low oil pressure light is out, engines are stabilized. Engine start valve closed. Engine 1 is started. Cross feeds open. Brace for impact. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the agency. We are starting up the 727 and we are departing to Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky from ADK, Alaska. Okay, engine 1 start valve open. Got the rotation. Got 20. Open the fuel. Temperatures, speeds, everything seems to be fine. Low oil light is out, the engine is started. And that means start valve is closed, that means starting engine 3. Engine 3 ground start. We get 20, we get fuel. Do meese have teeth? There's a Moses tooth brewery in pieces in Alaska, but there's possessive not plural. Aqua, welcome aboard. Okay, The engine 3 seem to be started. The start valve is closed. Let's connect the rest of the fuel pumps. And now generators. Okay, adjust the frequency to 40. Close the bus tie. Generator 2. Let's adjust. And actually, I think I shouldn't do this. No, I should. Okay, 400. Generator 2. Synchronized. And close the circuit. Generator 3. Close the circuit. Okay, those are fine. This can go to generator 3. And this can return to bus tie. Transformer rectifier is fine. Both are fine. Keep that on 1. Galley power goes back on. And after start checklist, ground equipment is cleared, fuel set for takeoff, doors checked, after start checklist complete. By the way, we need to close the APU blades and engine 2 blades, and we can reopen the packs. Start the clock. After 1 minute we'll stop the APU. In the meantime, turn on the ground lights and begin our departure. Sim Caesar 7. Hi, welcome aboard. Yes, this is 72, and I don't think, knocking on the wood, I don't think I made a single mistake so far. Okay, after start checklist is finished, let's open the before takeoff checklist. Yeah, we're still connected to VATSIM. Everything seems to be fine here. 122.8. Please, with a flight to PADK, Old Navy base at one time. Nice! Really nice. That's for P3Ds, if I remember correctly, right? Okay. ADEC traffic, Delta 727, call sign reach 487, taxiing to runway 05 for ODP, ADEC. Okay, let's verify this real quick. Radio check.
Radio check.
Works fine. Yeah, I almost got scared by my own voice. Okay, I think we can taxi. Okay, start trim 6.34 units. There's 6.3. Flaps are gonna be 15. Flaps 2. Two to green. 5, 15. Yeah, Captain Obvious, and and I would say the delay is really nice. Like it's almost unnoticeable. By the way, guys, notice that we easily taxi on idle. This is because the air is cold, and basically it acts as an intercooler. If you are a car person, you know what intercooler is. It's basically a thing that compresses the air by cooling it down, and it burns more fuel in a unit of time, and we got better combustion. Okay. Flaps 15. Let's check the check the flight controls on the straightaway. Flap spoilers up. This stuff is good. In elevators up, down, center, rudders, right, left. And I don't believe we started the APU, so let's finish that. Okay, those are closed. You can turn on the autopack chip system. And you're also on VPN. Yes, I am. But on a I have a low delay VPN. It's in Sweden, so I have barely 20 milliseconds. My ping to the VPN is 20 milliseconds, so it's perfectly fine. That's my office ahead on the left. Oh, this? Wow, nice. You mean the control tower? You mean you IRL control there? Or maybe on VATSIM? Yes, the weather offers. Wow, that's amazing. Well, I bet you guys have a lot of work here telling pilots that they should hold that they have a better hold before attempting to land. Oh, program is on the 60 millisecond saver. Captain Obvious, I play Overwatch on US servers. My normal ping in Overwatch is 150. So... and I still always play myself. Neymar Okios, welcome aboard. Departing from ADK to Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky. And I think we lost already. Yeah, that's... okay. That's a closed taxiway. Oh, I mean, in COD the ping is a little more essential, yeah. I would say. Yeah, we're pretty slow today. Go to ground speed, 10 knots. In a minus 30. Yeah, sounds like Kamchatka. Okay, ADOC traffic reach 487, backtracking runway 05 for ODP ADOC. Flew over Kuril Islands, nice. And we're at the Aleutians. Okay, since we're technically entering the active, we can turn off the ground and turn on the flight lights. And turn on the transponder. And why not we turn on the prop heaters. Set some power. Don't think those clouds have much of the icing, but should be fine. Oh, yeah, I absolutely agree. Far East is beautiful. Far East is absolutely beautiful. Quite literally something in my eye. Going to knots. L14, thanks for that. A video with this on YouTube. Oh, gotcha. Sorry. Okay, how do we reverse here? Okay, that's the pocket. Let's enter here and we will do the reversal. Okay, we're off the runway. Lock this thing. And before takeoff checklist. By the way, the departure briefing taken off from runway 05 on course 054, which is bugged until 4400. After that, turning direct the NDB and on course of on course of 234 we will be 234, correct? Yes, on the course of 234 we will be climbing to 5600 if required. If not required, we will if we will be already at 5600, we will proceed on our course and we'll continue our climb to flight level 320. If something happens, we will just return to runway 05 visually. I want to flight with you. I need you like pilot to go in Punta Cana. Do you want to go with me? Maybe if you'll join Discord we can discuss that anytime. And 30. Sound, yeah, right, you've flown those. Okay, so what's up next? Should have done this earlier. Let's pressurize the plane. Before takeoff checklist, anti-ice closed, not required. P2 heats on. Flight instruments, flight directors and radios set. Flight controls checked. Speed brake checked at detent. Step trim 6.3. Flaps 15 green. Galley power is on. Electrical no lights and essential at 3. Fuel heat is off. Hydraulics pressures and quantities normal. Elevator and rudder lights out. APU is off. Flight ground switch. Flight. Air conditioning and pressurization number 2 blades closed. Cockpit door locked. EPR and airspeed bugs set, and airspeeds 146 on V1 and rotate, and 158 on V2. Flaps retraction at 168. Takeoff briefing completed. Okay, start switches are guarded. Transponder Tara, landing lights on. Autopark trip switch is normal, and before takeoff checklist complete. VATSIM traffic 72 type call sign reach 47, taking off runway 053 ODP ADK. And after takeoff checklist, open. Okay, parking brake off. EPR 1.5. Engines in the green. Look at this mountain right ahead. Such a safe takeoff. Okay, takeoff whipper set. Airspeed's alive.
80 knots.
Check. Oh my goodness, that runway.
B1, rotate.
Oh, seriously? Thank you, runway. Okay, positive rate. You're coming up. Flaps. Projection speed flaps up. Flaps 2. Continuing on the runway heading. I'm pretty sure this is there wasn't any of my fault that it happened. Like, I'm positive, honestly. Okay, what's the turn gonna be? Climbing, right turn. Okay, 4,400. Almost. And continue climb, right turn. 30 degrees. Yes, 5,600. And flaps up. We're already over 5,600, so going direct to the ADAC ANDB. Yeah, we are clear of the terrain. And now we are direct the NDB. Definitely above the MEA. Okay, after takeoff checklist, start switches guarded, seatbelt signs on for now, anti-eyes closed, not needed, landing lights, wait, gear up and off, flaps up, no lights, this gas to cut out. Hydraulics pressures and quantities are normal. Pressurization. What's up with that? Okay. Alright, we just had the station passage and we can proceed on our course. And our course is 0905. Sorry, 0905 is outbound, so 275. Yeah, I'm not even sure why it actually was stripped. Okay, 13,000, can accelerate. Oh, come on. $14,000. Let's reduce the EP a little. Acrobat got to go now, dinner time. Have a good flight. Aerobat, thanks for joining us. Oh boy. And we can intercept outbound. To 50, to 60, to 70, to 80. Here we go. Okay, let's let this barrier take over. And a 5. Let's take a quick look at the wind. Uh, 17,000. Two 60 and 75. Yeah, should be negligible. 18,000 transition. Siva and despair, yeah. Okay, standard pressure set. What do you mean? What? Yeah, like, guys, I'm sorry, but what's a problem of the simulation? Honestly, I think I have every right to fix it by with the simulation methods. Okay, after takeoff checklist is complete. Pressurization works as it should. And we can open the ancient tube leads now. Yeah, thanks to the amazing slope of the runway, it blown my nose wheel tire and broke the front strut. So yeah, that scenery isn't that perfect. Partially thanks to the lack of the UHD of the HD or UHD mesh in this area, because it's already out of the what's it called? It's oh my goodness, what is it doing? It's already out of the my goodness, what's it called? It's already out of the HD mesh area, so there wasn't any kind of smoothing. I honestly think that Captain Obvious, they are realistic, but sometimes they can get a little beyond the bounds of realistic. Okay, no VR reception yet. And seatbelts could be turned off. As well as landing lights and logo lights. Okay, cabin temperatures are fine. Everything else seems to be fine. Maybe I would if I knew about this before taking off, but I honestly just forgot, so I decided to go without flattening, and well, this is how it worked out. But yeah, it's actually one. It's actually just one. It's one line at the airport. It didn't work for me when I did this in airport dot, but I normally do this via web. So I generally know how to fix it. But yeah, I just forgot. Look at this, amazing, still have the NDB reception. Oh, look at this, we departed just in time. There's already snow in ADAC. Ortho is a mesh. What Ortho for XP does contains three things. It contains three things. It contains the let's see. Okay, not counting the overlay, it contains two things. It contains the mesh, which is the height map, and the texturing, and the georeference texturing. Okay, let's turn on the weather arena, because why not? So I don't have the flames. Yeah, Dave. See the checkbox. There's one checkbox for every airport in the world in Explain, which is actually in the Explain settings. Like, wait, where is it? Somewhere around here, anyway. So the last one. Yes, you can disable this. You can remove this checkbox to flatten the every airport. But there's also per airport checkbox, which you can set in the in the airport editor for explain. And the one in the airport editor is the preferred one because it allows to, if there is some kind of terrain issues, yeah, that wouldn't be realistic to have every airport flattened. But so it's recommended to use the per airport one in the WED. Yeah. So that one I would have just set this checkbox and not have this issue, but again I forgot, as I usually do. So well, things happen. Yeah, cruises 32,000. 29. The fuel is feeding from the central tank. Everything is fine here. And here everything is by the numbers. Although those high oil pressures are, I think it should get better when after we reduced. Actually, let's see. Yeah, here we go. Paper of 206 should be fine. And already no ADF reception. Neither the VOR. So right now we're quite literally dead reckoning. Three hundred and 45 miles of the airway. So somewhere at, actually I think we have Shemi is our first waypoint on the Siva. Yes. So track. $279. Track is $279. Speed is 408. Yeah, that's quite a miserable climb. Keeper 2.1. See if it'll give us some edge. Okay, 1,000 to go. Okay, what we also can do is to climb with a little higher airspeed. Sorry, with a little lower airspeed, trading for the vertical. Okay, there's unusable. There's unusable NDP. Oh, that's interesting. What does that mean? Okay. Yeah, I guess that's just the border of this. Alaska Maritime National Wildlife Refuge includes offshore public islands and islands. And radiation hazard from surface to 16,000 MSL for aircraft out to 3 nautical miles with externally mounted electric explosive devices. Electronic equipment for aircraft above 200 feet MSL to 3 nautical miles or 60 nautical miles from phased area antenna on northwest corner of Shema Island, bearing 250 through 028. And oh my goodness, dear God. Of course we overshoot. Of course we overshot. Okay, 082 and arm the altitude. Of course I had to forget something. Yeah, we should be about that interference area. Why so slow? Let's try to accelerate or something. Okay. I'll get my gamma scout. Yeah. Okay, now no DME, no anything. We got Sima. Pretty nice little dosimeter. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. We had one of those. Six. Oh, and by the way, guys, I don't think I've ever done that, but definitely check out 757 Spy's Twitch channel. He is one of the most amazing community streamers, one of the most wholesome and one of the best communities, I would say, in the VATSIM community. So definitely check out Dave's channel. Okay, so like I said, we left ADK just in time because it's IFR weather there already. One of my followers is not streaming right now, it's a busy Monday. Actually, I wonder who's streaming also. My goodness, Lant Alpha, Melvin Leroy. Jackie Dillon, Citation Max. Yep, that's a busy Monday. Yeah, can drop the Eeper a little bit. Because we're slowly getting lighter. And of course, overcast over the ocean. Just a normal ocean crossing. Most boring view. Distance to waypoint 171 should get the DME readouts momentarily. And inbound heading to 72. Okay, here it is. Let's identify it. Yeah, that looks like it. Okay, to 72. That means let's intercept it real quick. Turn on the flight director. What do we have in terms of wind? Two, three, four. Yeah, should be quite a steep intercept. Position display. And we actually already crossed the 180th meridian, so welcome to the Eastern Hemisphere. Okay, should be fine to intercept. Actually, went to 33 at 46. Let's do a quick calculation on E6B if I'll remember how you do this. Okay. Okay, this thing can shut up. Mode, winds high speed. .47 knots. 47. Actually, one direction is 233. Goes up vertically. Okay, we can intercept. And now set true course on the index. True course is 272. And set the the true airspeed on the mark. True airspeed is, let's see, 483. So the wind correction angle is 3 degrees. Yeah. Let's readjust that. Yeah, looks about right. .272 and 275 on the heading. Yeah, really wanted to mark the moment when we cross the 180 degrees, but yeah, I missed that moment. I guess it's fine. Yeah, I guess, Dave. I guess. I'm also not a big fan of relying just on the thirds, because sometimes it's just not enough. But we got there safely. Not counting that nose gear accident. But I guess we figured it out. Got a lot of things. That's a lot of counting. Oh boy. Yeah, that sounds like some unnecessary math. So yeah, beat it. Okay. Yeah, now the lawn and boring part began. One or 2 miles to... what is it? To Shemya. Nice overcast obstructing any kind of view. And the view should be... and the view would be actually pretty fine, because there are those islands below us. Yeah, looks like it's gonna be overcast all the way. Well, all the way to Petropavlovsk. That's where it started, and okay, almost every single map freaks out on the 180 degrees meridian. By the way, I made a custom navigation a custom ICAO flight plan entries in the flight plan. As you can see, we state the type 722. We state that we're medium weight, so not light, not but not really heavy. And this is our list of navigation equipment. Eco means we have a transponder with the extended squitter in DSB. That means we have our nav A1, which is our nav 10, so 10 degrees, 10 miles left or right error possible. Of course, our registration, our SILCAL code, and some remarks, of course. Those things, if the ATC, if the controller actually can read them, that helps them tremendously, because they don't need to ask you additionally about your navigational capabilities. Free ice cream. It's like a 90s Ford Econoline with a big writing "free candy." That's what kids try to stay away from. Yeah, that was a really dark joke. Yeah. Actually, I wonder if there's any procedures for the tire collapse. My goodness. So bad. Honestly, the Panem Volume 1 and Volume 2 of the 7.2 pilot operating manual is just useless. Normal operations. So Volume 2 has some kind of use. Operations. Fallouts, adverse weather. Okay, 176. The systems description. And that's it. Can we have a QRH or something? Okay, that looks like what we need here. Abnormal checklist. One generating up, generated engine starter, is operating light on in flight, minimum fuel. Normal flap landing. Engines start overheat. Lower aft body overheat, 2 generators and up, 2 engines and up, 2. A hydraulic system failed, alpha system failed. Landing. Yeah, Dave. They would be even more amazing if they had some kind of glossary or directory or anything that allowed, or if the basic search just would work. But that's just basic scans, and there's literally no way to find any information. But just scrolling through 400 and 700 pages respectively, so I would say they have their downsides. Okay, let's drop the EPR a little more. 192 should be fine. Come on. I'm gonna set in the normal throttle. Okay, 191. Yeah, exactly. Right. Константин Сухоленко, Томачево, Елизово. And Alexei Repin. Томачево. Okay. Okay, 10 miles out, we'll switch to the Siva. And actually we'll continue on the, what is it called? On the VR, but we'll switch to the turning mode, and after station pass we'll switch to Siva. It would be a proper. Siva says alert. Alert is upcoming waypoint change. Okay, 10 miles out. Turn knob. And let's see. Let's proceed with the position change. Leave this to the Tiva. Waypoint change 1 to 2. And let's do the intercept. 6 miles, 5 miles. Nice and easy 20 degrees turn. Station passage. And come on. And intercept. I saw on Bloomberg TV today that average millennials spend about $120 a month on streaming services, and 30% of the cost to streamers like you. She had that kind of money. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, Kenny. This is work, and it takes time. It takes software and hardware, and it takes, of course, other things. So I would say that's a pretty fair compensation. And to be fair, I still spend on flight sim more than I get from streaming, so you get the picture. It's honestly just another kind of show business, but it's show business too. And honestly, when I sent to some that much money. Honestly, I wish I would make I would be able to stream in for a living and leave my current day job, which is annoying to say the least. Okay, let's readjust this thing. Go to 312. That's why we can. Besides, I never watched FlightSim here on Twitch, so much more educational, honestly. Sheep were so vicious. Yeah, kudos to Killa for giving us a lot of information about sheep. You check the fuel, everything's going to be fine. This thing now shows distance to the next waypoint. Which we can also check here. Time 19.4 minutes. Track 311. Ground speed 464. Right. So what we can actually do now, Kini, if I recall correctly, you mentioned some of your landings. I believe you posted some of them. Let's check them out. Mr. Shows how times have changed. I grew up in the country where we only had a VHF antenna. I switched to a UHPP antenna back then, in 38. Yeah, IT took just a giant leap. I mean, honestly, telephones, mass media, it all falls under the IT umbrella today, because it's all information and technology. Maybe not processing the information, but at least transferring it. So yeah, today the internet basically changed everything. Internet and support instructors. Mr. Cho, hi, yes, welcome aboard. Thank you. This is 727-200. And we are going from ADK to Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky in Russia. in about, what is it gonna be? And in about 16 minutes we will cross the legal international dateline and will officially enter the 21st of January. SimCaesar, welcome back. Okay, flight sim mini. Okay, we're off for a good start. Sorry. Brace for impact. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. Ah, that's a gear horn. Yeah, I would say this is a little intense. Jerry Wagner would approve. Oh boy. Okay. I already noticed something. Okay, never mind. I didn't. I mixed up the trim and the elevator indicators. Yeah, to say the least. Yeah, Kenny, this is why with jets you do a longer finals. That's why with jets you do a longer finals. Let's close this. Okay, that already looks better. But a bit of too late flare. Yeah, that definitely was a little better. Okay. The fourth landing was pretty much perfect. Yeah, right? Alright, now I'm thinking that the blown tower and broken strut on takeoff was a circumstance I should have coped with, and what I've done was basically cheating. So, my goodness, I'm overthinking things again. The flare is really touchy, and I had a bad habit of overdoing it. Kenny, what's your joystick settings in Explain? I'm gonna show you which one. In joystick, in control sensitivity, what are your sliders at in this section? Yeah. I blew a tire. I blew a tire. I'm not sure for how long it's gonna bug me. Try to trim your plane file so it descends without you pushing yes, Mr. Cho, this is exactly right. Kidney, the idea is that you should, on final, trim your plane enough so you can fly off hands. So when you... this is actually a test that some even airline pilots do on arrival. If you can remove your hand from the yoke and the plane still flies, you are on a stable approach. Yeah, well, on a long final, trimming is not a bad idea too. On a short final, you consider final less than 1 nautical mile. Oh, that's that's an interesting. That's a very new definition of final to me. No, for me, final everything after base. Actually, by official definition, final is everything after base. So could be 2 miles, could be 10 miles. And yeah, exactly, 1 nautical mile would be short final. You will learn it in the instrument pilot course, Ryan. You have a whole world ahead of you. Yeah. ILS island sloppily. That's perfect. Kinimoso, and this is exactly right. Jets and on a jets and on props, the difference is yes, the prop actually, especially at high pitch settings. At a low pitch settings. At a fine pitch. It generates a lot of drag. So this is actually why it's a good idea to set the prop at a high RPMs on descent. It acts as a speed brake. Yeah, that too, Rusty. Alright guys, I'm gonna leave you for okay, we got 46 miles to the 5 minutes to the turn. I think. Let's see if there is any control. Coming up on waypoint 2, which is Cox, we will cross into the Russian airspace. And after that I'm gonna leave for a minute. To make a sandwich. And I will get back to you. It's mostly better than slow down like a proper turbo. Yes, exactly. Oh, sadly don't have those Dave today. I have I have crispy M&Ms. I'm not sure if that's a thing in the States. Yes, crispy M&Ms are a thing, so yeah, I have those. You're making your base turn at 5 miles out. Should give you enough time to just power and pitch for a stable approach. Yeah, that's a good idea. That sounds like a jet's approach. Do you want to sleep? No, I basically just woke up. I woke up not long ago, and so basically my energy levels are pretty much good for flying these big and complex jets, so it's fine. It's honestly a daytime for me. I'm a night owl. And 11.8. We'll switch the tanks momentarily. Actually, let's switch them now. Okay. Cruise bleed valves are closed. The fuel in the tank per engine config. Maybe honestly, this could be considered early morning by now. 0511. And the fuel is feeding correctly, so we're fine. Should give you continuity on the screen. Ryan, if I recall correctly, your Bonanza is steam gauge, right?
I tried to record something that sounded deep and introspective for this intro for a couple of takes.
Okay, 170. See what shows alert. 15 miles out.
Activity referencing when this song came out, or any number of things. They all came out to be garbage takes. Maybe the problem is I'm trying too hard to be deep or accurate.
Need at least 5 coffees to be able to talk in the morning.
I don't think it's working.
Ouch, Mr. Chu.
Maybe I should take my advice.
Or Mr. Chow. Sorry, I'm not sure how... what the exactly right pronunciation. Kini, G1000 is this huge thing with 2 displays. Why do you ask about the bananas? Ryan, every... wait. Yeah, so, sorry, I just mixed them up. That's all. Can you definitely read the G1000 manual that is should be somewhere in the explain folder. Let's see. Mr. Chu, okay. Copy. Okay, aircraft, laminar, cirrus, yeah, in the cirrus folder. Okay, Kenny, right there's a manual for G1000. Okay, what on in our next course? Yeah, here it is. Oops. That's huge. And it explains most of its functions. EFD, MFD. And how do you enter the destination in the flight plan? So yeah, tons of useful info. Alright, so we turned, by the way guys, welcome to the 21st of January officially. We just passed the legal international deadline, and I will leave you for a second and I will be right back in well, like really soon. So stay tuned.